It's one of the best bands you've never heard, and it's been released on vinyl for the first time. Let's check it out. So yes, the band Lovewar, it's a band that most of you probably have not heard of. They were released in 1993 on a fairly small label back in the day. They were produced by John and Dino Elefante. You may have recognized those names. They're big-time producers, have their own musician stuff. John Elefante sang for a short time in Kansas. Anyway, they've done a lot of stuff in the music business, and they produce stuff, and it sounds great. I've mentioned them before. John Elefante is a solo artist, also has released quite a few albums, just AOR type stuff. Great stuff, great voice, and they in '93 released this band Lovewar. Now, Tim Bouchon, the singer, guitar player for the band, has himself went on to produce quite a few acts. He's also been very instrumental in other bands, producing, playing guitar, things along that line, adding to the recording for a band that I've mentioned a handful of times, Grave Robber. They are a punk band, kind of like the Misfits they always get compared to. He's been involved in them because they're all from the same state and has done a lot of producing and stuff. But this is where most of us discovered Tim from and the band that he was in, Lovewar. And this, to me, this was reissued on CD just a couple months ago. I showed it. I think it was remastered. It might have just been reissued because I don't know if it really needed major mastering. But so it was reissued on CD after many years, and then they just recently, for the first time, put it on vinyl. It is on a pretty blue, purple-looking translucent. Let me get that out of there a little. Such a nice purplish color there. Maybe one day this will be worth a lot of money because my version has side A and side A. Can you see that? Oops, glare. Yeah, a little misprint. Got both side A's. But anyway, this album has been always ranked up high in my opinion as just a gem. It's just a gem. It's not metal, but it rocks. At the time it came out in '93, a lot of people were saying they are reminiscent of like a King's X because they have a groove. They're a groove, hard rock, at times a little bit of funkiness. The bass player is just predominant and standing out as a three-piece band, and they just harmonies, melodies, it's just a wonderful musical experience, and it's at times a little proggy, kind of like what King's X would be considered, where occasionally there's some interesting time, change type syncs here and there. But it's not a prog band by any stretch of the imagination if you think about that type of band like Yes and, Dream Theater and things like that. Not a lot of that. It's just it's just a great hard rockin' at times, but for the most part, just a solid rock outfit. And so, yeah, the CD reissue I had a couple months. Sounds great. Now it even sounds greater on vinyl. So if you haven't heard, it's just a band you should check out. Go to girdermusic.com. If you feel adventurous, pick up CD or the album. The album is limited run. It's one of the limited run vinyl releases. Therefore, it's small quantities. Therefore, the price is a little higher. But check out the band. They are just, in my opinion, just a solid band that really should have went further. Now, a handful of years ago, they did get back together and release a second album. And so I don't have the physical album for that. I have the digital for that. And it's very similar, you know, very similar style-wise. It's not like they really went out of their way to change a lot. And so it's kind of like part two, continuation. It's also great stuff. Maybe one day, though, feel adventurous and put that out also on a vinyl record. But for now, I'm super thrilled to have gotten this in. It has been, like I say, high on my list of loved albums since the 90s. It's just always ranked high in my opinion. And so to have this out on vinyl is great. Anyway, check him out if you feel adventurous. Great band. That's all for now, though. Thanks a lot for watching. Rock on and rock hard.